In episode 4, we talked about how, according to Daniel Pink, author of the New York Times and Businessweek bestseller, A Whole New Mind, we've moved from an economy and society built on the left-brained, logical, linear, computer-like capabilities called the information age to an economy and society built on the right-brained, inventive, empathic, big-picture capabilities of what's risen in its place, the conceptual age. That's why it's so important that you understand just how left or right-brained you are so you can succeed at managing the greatest balancing act of all time, becoming balanced-brained, which is the same thing as becoming an ideal job candidate so you can ace any interview. Let's look a little more closely at how that roughly 3-pound lump of gray matter that you depend upon to get you hired works. Here goes. The left side of the brain is the logical, analytical side. It evaluates factual material in a rational way, only understands words in their most literal sense, processes information sequentially, one step at a time, allows advanced mathematical calculations to be made, controls speech, is able to read and write, recalls names and spells, and controls the movement of the right side of the body. The right side of the brain works in images rather than words, can process many kinds of information simultaneously, sees problems holistically, can make great intuitive leaps, is able to see the whole problem at once, remembers faces, interprets facial expressions, perceives space and location, prevents one from getting lost on the street or in one's own home, can fantasize and make up stories. It's also the side for worship, prayer, mysticism, and dreams, and it controls the movements of the left side of the body. To further illustrate this, here are some examples of how the left and right brain hemispheres complement each other. A scientist needs the left brain for deductive reasoning, but it's the right brain that often facilitates a leap of insight that solves a complex problem. An architect creates special and aesthetic relationships with his right brain, but depends on the left brain for dimensions, stress estimates, and building regulations. A poet draws feelings and imagery from the right side, but the left side finds the words that suit the thoughts. It's a global phenomenon that most professionals trained in IT and engineering are significantly left-brained due to their typical, predominantly left-brained education and the intense practical training that's required to become a qualified professional in these fields. Therefore, the imaginative, creative, discerning, and communicative right side of the brain in these individuals especially, if not in almost all educated adults, has not been developed to be used to its full potential. What to do next?